Welcome to my series, The Miracle is the Change of Heart. So, in this process, I would like to help you take multiple steps to learn how to achieve your goals of health, happiness, and healing. So, first, we're going to talk about the awakening. I have asked for a parable of sorts to explain this a bit better. And my son was at physical therapy, and this is probably the best way to explain how we can shift our perspective of our trials and difficulties in life in order to start opening up, embracing, accepting our challenges, and finally learning how to overcome some of the difficulties that we face. So it takes a lot of different practice, but with this parable, I have found it is the easiest to compare it in our lives. So essentially, my son has Down syndrome. He has hypotonia, which means his muscle tone is severely low. So I take him to physical therapy. And as I am taking him to physical therapy, as the parent, I know his potential. I know what muscle tone he is lacking. He does not. And so he is given different exercises that are typically hard and difficult and challenging for him. And so the therapist assists him and goes about these challenges with him. So this first exercise when we were at intensive physical therapy was a wobbly board. So he takes a couple of steps and realizes that he does not have balance and squats down to the ground, but looks up at the toy that's up ahead and reaches for that toy. Now, I want you to start thinking in symbolic manners that I am God in this scenario. I'm the parent, okay? I'm the father figure, the mother figure. The therapist is Christ that is going through the exercises with him. My son is all of us. When we are facing hardships or difficulties or challenges or trials, the wobbly board is the trial itself, okay? But the toy that he's reaching for, that they're using as motivation, that's our goal. That's the health and happiness and healing that we're seeking, okay? But the thing that we don't recognize is what we're there for. What is the purpose? What's the purpose of life, the purpose of trials and challenges? In order to be able to overcome it and find that health and happiness and healing, we need to be able to figure out, what am I working on? I don't know, right? Okay, so back to physical therapy. My son goes across the wobbly board. He squats down, realizes he doesn't have balance, but he still wants the toy, so he lunges for the toy. The therapist, who's Christ in the symbolism, pulls him back, because she knew what he was there for. She, as in the therapist, knows what he's there for. And he can't achieve that strength that he is at therapy for by crawling across the board or just lunging for the toy. And so my son might sit there and get frustrated, like, you don't want me to have that toy? You don't want me to achieve my goals or to overcome this trial and play? Are you just teasing me or taunting me with this toy, right? Have we all kind of felt that in life towards our trials? And why is God not answering my prayers? Why is he not taking this difficulty and this trial away from me? So at the beginning, again, because the therapist brings him back, he decides to crawl across the board to get to the toy, right? He's getting all creative, like, I'm just going to get past this as easily and quickly as possible. But the therapist brings him back to the start to do it all over again. So this time he gets frustrated and he just won't do it. And I feel like we get stuck in that space all the time. Like, I don't want this trial. Please take it away from me. Give me something easier to do, or give me the reward at the end, because I've already tried my best and I can't do it. It's too hard. Please, please, please make this difficulty just go away. And I think we also kind of get stuck thinking that if I do this exercise, God's just going to give me more trials, right? So, weighing your options here. And it's just too hard. Please take it away. And so, but have you ever kind of been like, it's just not working? I'm just not getting the results that I thought I was going to get. I don't understand why my attempt to overcome this or to even heal from this, it's just not happening. And so I think it was really beautiful because I can find myself stuck in that resistance a lot. But my son, it clicked. And he stood up and he was determined. And it was like it clicked. Oh, the goal isn't to go play with the toy, because looking at that toy is such a distraction. He kept on falling during the trial. The trial was so much harder because he was looking at the toy the whole time. But as soon as it clicked and he realized, oh, the purpose is the exercise. So he accepted it. He embraced the exercise and he moved forward willingly. And with that agency, with that choice to take that step forward, he began seeking his center of balance and slowly stepped across the board. He was able to overcome the exercise so much quicker, and he got to the reward. He got to the toy in the end. But what was amazing is that instead of just playing with the toy, he turned around and he clapped for himself. He was so proud of himself for overcoming that exercise, for doing it. Like, I did it. And it just touched my heart so deeply. When we talk about the miracle is the change of heart, when we're really focusing on what did Christ do during his ministry to heal the sick and raise the dead and walk on water. What did he do that we're not doing? The miracle is the change of heart. Once you have that change of heart and that commitment that life was never meant to be easy. The opposition is not a mistake. It's a part of God's plan. So we can honor ourselves for what we've been through. And if we get too distracted of that goal of health and happiness and healing, we're not going to be able to accept the trial that is there, the challenges, the exercise that's there, and really put our faith in God. God knows what muscle tone you're working on. He knows the purpose of the trial. He knows what you're really working towards. We don't. We don't understand what our potential is. We don't understand why we're facing these trials. We feel like everything is just against us, attacking us, and making it impossible. But what if it's not? What if it's all part of the plan? And what if God's your partner? And what if there is a purpose? And what if we can absolutely overcome these trials when we just choose to accept them and open up and embrace it? And really just honor the experience that God is giving us. So we are going to practice every single day in all the different ways and come to develop this deeper testimony so that this becomes easier and it becomes a part of your life. And then as you are working through your healing journey in your life, it will actually feel possible to attain your goals. And sometimes the health and happiness and healing is the end result. Sometimes it is that change of heart, and it just becomes so much easier to carry that burden that you have been carrying. I just want to share my love with you, and I know we can do this together.